Hello and good evening. My name is John, and we're here playing Still Life 2 as part of my Steam cleaning series, where I go through every game in my Steam library, eventually with an arbitrary rate and or playtime. I don't quite know what this game is about because I picked these games out at random. I don't know what the first game was about. This feels like a early game in the genre of games. New game. Some old school cines. Phantom of the Opera sneaking on by. Art gallery, if that's why that's called Still Life. Climbing in through a trap door. Alright, so they're on a date at the art gallery. And did he commission a piece of art for of her? Or is that predictive of what's going to happen? Wait, why is she there? Alright, so that's the bridge. He's leaving in the middle of her date to go check something out. Truck. He just drove over a barrier, because that's rude. This has to be a recap of the first game. There's no way. Because there's no dialogue or no narration on what's going on. It's kind of a mess. Alright, we've got our Phantom here with a dagger. Really clashes with the outfit being ivory white. They were polite enough to dress the woman who was passed out before here. Will she make it in time? Looks like she will. No, don't do it. I'm a cop with a gun. Oh no. Oh no. And he's gone. That looks like an uncomfortable outfit. But she saved the day! Hooray! The mass sinks beneath the surface. Never to appear again. You should not leave your gun out, Fjord, with ammo lying by it. Well, based on the fact that I was not able to set my resolution, this definitely feels like an older game. Los Angeles, January 2nd, 2005, 11 p.m. Hey! I don't know this is controller based.
Vic McPherson.
Hi, Vic. It's Claire. So, how are things going in Los Angeles?
Hey, Claire. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm making any headway. I'm having a hard time establishing a link between all these killings.
What
You're
killings?
obsessing over this. If you hadn't quit, you wouldn't be trying to put the pieces together all alone.
Don't start, Claire. I know you don't approve of my decision to leave the FBI.
FBI, okay.
For an asshole like Browning? No, thank you.
Browning won't be here forever, you know. His decision to close the investigation after the mass killer's death wasn't welcomed by everyone in the Chicago Bureau.
I don't need to remind you that there's absolutely nothing to prove that the fucker's really dead. He
Whoa.
fell in the water when I shot him. I know I hit him. As far as I've heard, his body was never found.
No, you're right about that. Of course you've got doubts. The water flowing under the Tomanova Bridge.
Does the music mix seem a little loud to anybody else?
Cold water would have finished him off.
I'd love to be so sure. I think of all the women he victimized.
Have you found any information on the first killer? The one who the Chicago murderer was supposedly copycatting? His name was Ackerman, I think?
Yeah, Mark Ackerman, son of Governor Herbert Ackerman. He was locked up in an asylum at the beginning of the 30s after 2 strings of murders. He was never officially found guilty. His father had him hospitalized to avoid the scandal. With the FBI's full cooperation. Corruption never goes out of style. Makes me sick.
And the retired inspector, Harrison, the one you wanted
There's
to see
so
in
much
California.
intro.
Did you meet with him?
Yeah, he gave me the whole case file for the 1956 investigation. He's convinced that Mark Ackerman was behind this series of murders in Los Angeles.
Really? A killer who murders women over several decades, then a copycat who starts it all over again 50 years later? That's terrifying.
Yeah, but this case is personal, too. My grandfather got himself embroiled in it. He lost more than just his illusions. I think they made him a suspect. I want to find the truth for his sake, no matter what it costs me.
I hope you'll find what you're looking for, Nick. If I can help you in any way.
Oh, okay. Alright, no controller support. The killer's last victim.
Mia, the killer's latest victim. Is she still in the hospital?
She's doing better. She's come out of shock. The doctors are optimistic she should be able to go home soon. I went by to see her yesterday. She's gonna leave Chicago. Too many bad memories.
She's coming to Los Angeles.
What's new at the FBI? Miller still having stomach trouble?
Uh-huh. He got sick at the New Year's potluck. Some joker put Tabasco in his salmon canapes. We haven't seen Browning much lately. He's distanced himself from the Bureau since your resignation. It doesn't change much anyway. He was never exactly close to his agents.
Yeah, you can say that again. The only place for an ice cube like that is in a glass of whiskey.
What?
Where's the investigation at? Is anyone working on it since Browning cut the funding?
Officially, the killer is considered dead, so Browning closed the case. He seemed rather in a hurry to put that one to bed.
Obviously. There were some pretty well-placed people who used to frequent some of the girls who were killed. Browning's one of them. I wonder what he had to give up to bury the scandal. And I think that I used to work under him. Ugh, makes me sick. I hope Richard's not harassing you. He's left several messages on my answering machine.
He just called me to ask about Mia. He feels responsible for letting her go, giving the killer his opening.
I know, he's taking it hard. There's nothing to say that the killer wouldn't have
They
taken him
really-
out to get his hands on Mia.
Really
Anyway,
started this
he
case
misses
off
you,
with
that's for sure. He's
90
looking
minutes
forward to you
of
coming back.
I have one
preamble
last
for
favor
the
to
last
ask, Claire.
game.
A big one. I need access to the FBI's database.
For your research, huh? Wow, I'm playing fast and loose with the rules a lot lately.
I don't want to get you into trouble.
Don't worry about me. The access code was changed a few days ago. I'll check it out and text you, okay?
That's illegal.
I'll let you go now. Talk to you soon. The women represented in these paintings are Ackerman's victims. The women represented in these paintings are Ackerman's victims.
Alright, so I don't have free movements. This is definitely adventure game.
The battery's dying. I better plug it in.
Do that.
Power outlet.
Well, that's some clunky movement.
Well, let's try to review the clues we've got. I'll record my notes onto my smartphone while we go through them. A brochure of the Ackerman exhibit organized by Richard. There are reproductions of paintings as well as some interesting information.
Alright.
The Labyrinth Foundation. That's the second time I come across them while I'm investigating. I think they have a website.
Oh, but I'll never be able to get to the website if I don't.
A brochure of the Ackerman exhibit organized by
Don't have a
Richard.
power cord.
The Los Angeles murders file. Harrison gave it to me. His conclusions differ from the official version. Zarkovic. I know that name. Where have I heard it before?
They want me to go through a different order on the, as if the clues
A
matter.
newspaper clipping.
Which
dated
order you
March
read them?
22nd, 1956. The article talks about a fire in the hospital where Mark Ackerman was committed.
Mark Ackerman.
This nurse. She could certainly be linked to Ackerman. I've got to find out more info about her. A newspaper article, dated March 19th, 1956. It recounts the arrest of a suspect in the LA murders.
Okay. Years ago.
I doubt there's a connection between the two cases. Another idiot journalist greedy for a story.
Everything? Okay. Message waiting for me. Need to find my power cord. There. Message it. Code.
Hi, Vic. It's Richard. I miss you. I'm looking forward to you coming back to Chicago. Love you, sweetheart. It's Richard. Well, I hope everything's going well in L.A. I was sad to spend New Year's Eve without you. Call me back soon.
Okay.
The battery's dying. I better plug it in.
Plug it in then.
A power outlet.
So, I've complained about this on pretty much every adventure game. I should know where my power cord is. This character has not been established as someone who's forgetful and can't remember where her power cord is. Although she has left bullets out on the table, so maybe. Okay. Puzzle solved. Okay. Ackerman. File
The file
deleted.
was destroyed in the 30s because of the deal the FBI made with Herbert Ackerman. Just think, it was the era of the Untouchables.
Oh, we bopped out of that whole menu. No results. No results. Why don't you sit down and use the computer? What are you doing? Alright, Labyrinth Foundation.
Herbert Ackerman, an art lover? And this Beatrice Allen? I must find out more about her.
A lot of menuing.
Beatrice Allen is the woman painted by Ackerman on one of his paintings. I'm sure of that. I need more info. Her son may be another interesting lead to follow, but I'd need his full name.
Full name. Emily Zarkovich?
That painter's been dead a long time. The journalist must have given a false name.
Journalists. Mark. Well, let's go. Make sure we click. Maria Valdez. Is that a new name?
A son named Richard. Shit, that can't be true. This can't be a coincidence.
You had a chair there the whole time.
I'm not here at the moment, but you can leave a message.
Jesus Christ, Richard. If you're that nurse's grandson, why didn't you ever tell me?
He was the
I
murderer.
have to go right away and get to the bottom of this.
Do I answer? Did I pass out? Am I in Chicago? Wait, 2008? This is 3 years later? Why is there that kind of TV in 2008?
Vic, it's me. Is this a bad time?
Claire, I fell asleep in front of the TV. What time is it?
Almost 10 p.m. Sorry to wake you. Do you want me to call you back tomorrow?
No, I was having a nightmare anyway. As soon as I fall asleep, I relive the same old stories.
Still having nightmares about the Chicago killer? Vic, you have to stop.
Oh, that was a
thinking about all
dream.
that.
Okay.
It happened almost 4 years ago.
Tell that to my subconscious. Were you calling me about the case?
I have the results of Ellen Dunnigan's preliminary autopsy.
Let me guess. The killer left no trace.
Absolutely nothing. The body was carefully cleaned of any clue that could have led us to the killer. The modus operandi seems identical to the other victims. Various wounds meant to inflict pain, then a bullet wound causing death.
Good Lord. It's been going on for almost 3 years and this asshole still hasn't made a single mistake.
Are you going to be in Maine for a while?
I still have to question a few
I thought I was going to
possible witnesses.
Chicago.
Garrus wants this by the book, but I doubt it'll turn up anything.
Oh, yes, your new partner. Fresh out of Quantico.
I gotta go, Claire. Hernandez is up to her old tricks on the news again.
Okay, I'll call you if I have anything new. Take care of yourself.
The
So my-
horribly tortured body of Ellen Dunnigan was found this morning.
Am I still on the
body was
FBI?
discovered on the side of Route 201, less than a mile outside of the small town of Jackman, Maine. The young woman, a Holton native, had disappeared on September 22nd. The modus operandi removes any ambiguity over the killer's identity. This is without a doubt the latest chapter in the heinous rampage of the East Coast Killer. As with the previous murders, the killer
Ooh.
filmed the suffering which he inflicted on his victim. He then sent DVDs of the footage to the authorities and the media. The FBI has refused any comment in the wake of this new crime. Special Agent McPherson, who has been on the case from the beginning, seems completely incapable of making any headway whatsoever in this case.
Oh, snap.
How many innocent victims will have to die before the killer is stopped? It's a legitimate question, given the investigators' utter lack of results. This is Paloma Hernandez for 5TV.
So, just like that, I'm completely overwhelmed? What a bitch.
Perfect timing.
McPherson.
This is Paloma Hernandez. Do you remember me, Agent McPherson?
Unfortunately, yes. I just saw your mug on TV. One doesn't forget that kind of trauma.
Very funny. Listen, I know you don't like my work, but I don't have anything against you personally. I also have people to answer to, and the competition is fierce.
Aw, you're breaking my heart, Hernandez. Switch careers. The FBI is hiring.
I'm not calling to apologize. I have a proposal for you. Can you meet me at the Bishop Motel in Jackman for a chat?
Right. You want me to join your TV games. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to decline your offer.
I'm in touch with an informant. He has discovered certain information about the killer. I'm ready to divulge it if you agree to give me exclusive access to the FBI investigation. That way, we'd be working together instead of being at loggerheads. What do you say?
Are you serious? You've
What's
been
being
making my
at
life hell
loggerheads
since
mean?
this case started, but now you want us to be best friends forever because suddenly it suits your purposes?
If you got information on the killer, then give it to me. No conditions.
If you conceal evidence or hinder our investigation in any way, I can guarantee you a stint in the slammer. Night, Hernandez.
I hate being hung up on.
Oh my god, this game just never finishes. Just intro after intro after intro.
Vic McPherson, please leave a message after the beep.
A very long intro. This bathroom has insufficient ventilation.
End of recording. To hear your message again, please press pound.
It's still going. We are 24 minutes in, and this game has been almost all cutscenes.
The star of my next film is finally awake. Welcome to my humble abode, Miss Hernandez.
Killer's House, October 23rd, 2000.
You must feel a little lost. Don't worry. I'm going to take good care of you.
Listen, I don't know what you intend to do. Maybe we can make a deal?
I doubt that. I want to do away with those who are tracking me. Their interference doesn't amuse me anymore. You are one of those people, Hernandez. You're the one who dubbed me the East Coast Killer. It's time you understand what really lies behind those meaningless words.
Please. I'm begging you. Let me go. I won't tell anyone what's happened.
You're right about that hot stuff. I went to a lot of trouble to get you here, and now you'd like me to give up all my lovely plans? You know me well enough to know that I take everything to its proper finish, and sometimes even a little beyond that. Do you recognize this place? This is where the actresses immortalized in my videos made their debuts and bid their adieus. I love this room. It holds so many delicious memories. Well, for me at least. I know who your informant is. The former FBI agent, James Hawker. He's going to die, just like you. Of course, I'll be much quicker with him. He doesn't have your charm. I have to leave you for the moment. I have a few things to arrange to take care of your friend Hawker. See you very soon, gorgeous.
And jump cut. And the TV just turned off.
Don't panic. I have to get out of here or find a way to call for help. This sicko's put up cameras everywhere.
Okay, this is Still Life, an adventure game that moves rather slowly, difficult to control. What is this?
The darn color shocks me when I try to go through the entryway.
Okay. Okay. And is incredibly
This cable is connected to an electrical outlet and won't come out. I've got to pull it out.
pull it out.
I'm not touching this.
Okay. Well, that did a thing. Impossible combination. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Could I have taken the mattress up if I would have... I have a limited...
The collar is locked around my neck. It's impossible to remove it.
Okay. This? Oh, okay. Storage. Now I can take the mattress. Okay, so now it's in my pocket. Seems like a tedious puzzle. I just want to solve one puzzle. What good did that do me? It did me any good to move. You know what? I think I'm gonna give up. I have not been engaged by the characters that this game has to offer. The story is going incredibly slowly.
This entryway's not just here for decoration.
It does rely on quite a lot of information from the previous game. At me? Yep. Not touching
I'm
that.
not touching this.
Still Life 2. Does not hold up. Cheers.